Okay, welcome to Digital Environments Week 4. This is going to be a quick video on creating a website with multiple pages in subdirectories. Okay, so first thing we do is on the desktop is we make a folder called www.root. As you can see, I've already made one. It's empty. What I'm going to be using today is I'll be using Expression Web to access this folder. Just because it means I don't have to type quite as much, which makes this a little quicker. So what I will do is I'll open up the root directory at the moment. As you can see, I've got nothing there. So we'll start off. We're going to make two folders. I'll make one for pages, and I will make one for images. Okay, so all my web pages I'll store in the pages, all my images I will store in images. Now, like all websites, we start off with a HTML page, index.html, and because I'm going to use style sheets, what I'll do is I'll make my cascading style sheet page to start off with. Stylesheet.css. Okay, so just to show you, at the moment it's got nothing in it. The index page has this stuff in it. But what we'll do now is I will take these images here and I will put them inside the website here. Excellent. Jump back to encoder, refresh, and there's my images. Okay, so the website we're going to design will consist of a header, navigation, and a content. Let's start with our div tags. Div ID equals the page. When you're doing this, make sure that you actually remember to put in comments. Main reason for that is that later on down the track, say in 3-4 months, when you decide to have a look at that web page that you built, you remember what it is that you're after, what you built, because you left notes in there for you to find out. So, end of the header. Okay, so as you can see, just like how we have been doing it during the tutorials, simple D tag to remind you what's what, where it's going. And we'll put in div ID equals the content. Excellent. So, standard, make sure each of our opening tags here have closing tags there. Now, with the content, I haven't put anything in because I'm going to go straight to the lorem ipsum stuff. So, in my notepad here, I've already copied some stuff down. So, I'll just paste that into there. And now just spend a few seconds tidying up this text, just so we can read it. Excellent. Okay, so now that we've got all that in there, in this particular page we'll now give it a title. This will be our index page, and what we'll do is we're going to now make it our style sheet up and active, like so. So if we save that, I hit F12, which brings up the website for me. I can see all my text at the moment because we don't have any styles applied to it. So now we're going to apply some styles. So we'll start off here. I'm going to make the website reasonably small so it fits on the screen and you can actually read what it is that I'm doing. We'll go height, say 500, and we'll give it background color of lime. Why lime? Because it's not a normal color, so as you can see, when it's there, and you see it pretty closely. So that's my colors here. So let's color in the colors. So we'll start off with our header. The width is the exact same because we're going across the entire page. Height, say 150 pixels, because I might be using a banner later on. We'll give this a black background. So if we're doing a black background, what you need to make sure that you do is have a contrasting color for text. Okay, so now I go into my nav. Just remember the curly braces. So width is the same, just 700. Height. In this case we'll be using just plain text for height for our navigation, so the height only has to be about 35 pixels. Background color, we'll change that to white, which means our text will make black. And then let's do the last one, the content, which has a width of 700 pixels, height of 325. Okay, 325 is 150 plus 35 plus 1 plus 325 equals the 500 for the page. Now we'll go background color is, we'll go grey. Okay, so let's have a look. Excellent. So we've now got a header, links, and our text. Perfect. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a style sheet to this. So underneath here, okay, make sure you save it. I'm now going to use the Manage Styles section. I'm going to attach this style sheet. So I attach, browse, style sheet, open. Okay. So this has got the code in. Now if we take a look over here in this section, so this tells me my current page with the styles that I've got applied on. If I click on here, it shows me down here what each style looks for. The cool thing about Expression, okay, so here's my D content. I'm happy with that. That's exactly how I want all my content. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drag that down into my style sheet. So notice how it's no longer here. Right? I haven't touched this, and it's copied it over there. So I put my nav, my header, and my page all the way over there. I'll hit the Save All button. Okay. So that's my blank page. That's my style sheet. I'll hit F12. Excellent. My style sheet's working. So now that we've done that, what I want is we'll make a couple more pages here. Page 1.html, and we will go page 2.html. Okay? Because what we want to do is we want to have some links in here. So I'll space that out. I'll put my links into a table. Table row. Table data. Now remember, when you're doing a link, always make sure you have at least one link that leads back to your main page index, because there's nothing worse than getting onto a website and not being able to find your way back to where you started from. So we'll have page 1 link, and last but not least we'll go a href page 2 link. Page 2. Excellent. Okay, so now take a look at this. This part here, pages. That indicates that subfolder right there. Okay, so if that wasn't there, when I click on that link, you wouldn't see anything. Okay? So if you look down here in the bottom corner, when I run my mouse over the links, it pops up. www.root/index.html. That's right, so I can click on that. That's fine. Page 1, if I click on that, it goes to page 1, which is good because there's nothing in there yet. So what I want to do is we will now add an image to our home page. Okay, we'll put in that one. Then we go width is 200 pixels, and we'll go the alt tag is goddess, and then we will close it off. We'll hit F12, and there we go. So that's our image inside here. Now notice here, same deal with the pages. This link says look inside the image folder to find that file, which is right there. So that's good. So what we'll do now is we'll take a copy of all of this. I'll jump into page 1. I'll paste it all into there, because we're going to change this around a little bit. Okay, so we don't want our lorem ipsum there anymore. And we'll actually change that. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to introduce a inline style. So if we go span style equals, and we'll go wrong one, equals font size, and we'll say 36 pixels, and then we'll go color, we'll go orange, semicolon for that. We'll close that guy off there, and we'll go, we're on page 1. We have a break there, put in an image, source, into here we'll go Dragon Ball, alt equals Dragon Ball, width equals 200 pixels. Excellent, so let's have a quick look. Not bad, there's our image, there's our page 1, but notice how we have no styles here, even though we're linked up here. Now the reason for that is because this link to the style sheet says look inside this subfolder for it. Now the way we go backwards is we put the 2 dots and the slash. Okay, so if we now hit F12, we've now got our styles coming up. Now our links won't work. Index is not in the same folder, so we've got to take that back one. Page 1 and page 2 are in the same folder here. Okay, which is why I've streamlined it by pulling the pages part out. Take a look at the image. Okay, so what happens is we get to this point, the system says double dots, so go back to this directory, then inside the images folder, look for db.jpg. There it is. That's how come we can actually see this image. So if I jump on here and we actually load the page up, beautiful. So now our index page should give us the ability to jump between pages. So we'll actually change the title there. We'll go page 1. We'll take it all. We'll save that. Go on to page 2. Put that in. Okay, so this is how easy it can be. Because we've already done this on the same level, we don't have to deal with that. We don't have to deal with any of them. The only thing we have to do is modify that. And what we can do, we'll put in the alt for Superman, width of 200 pixels. We'll close him off. And what we'll also do is we add the next image as well. Put in the X-Men as well. Alt equals X-Men, width equals 200 pixels. Right, I'll hit F12, let's have a look. So, here's our links, here's our images, page 2, page 1, page 2, page 2, page 1, page 1, index, page 2, index. Excellent, so now we're navigating up and down, our images are all loading, and everything seems to work. Now, one of the cool things with the Expression Web stuff is if I go up into here, I can preview in browser. Okay, so if I want to see it in Internet Explorer at 1024 by 768, which is F12 at the moment, my default key, that's what I see. If I want to then preview it in Firefox 1024 by 768, that's it. We'll just do a quick run through. Yep, everything's working. Now, when you're building websites, you've got to check in multiple browsers. Preview in multiple browsers. Hit that button. What it does is it loads up both IE and Firefox. Gives you the chance to check any differences between them. So that's pretty cool. So let's see, what have we got? We've covered our layouts. We've covered our navigations, in and out. Excellent. And I think we'll call that quits for tonight. Good. I hope that was helpful. And yeah, signing off.